All right, this is the weightlifting scoop. Got Glenn Pendlay here.
Hello.
It was hard to get him on the show because he just got a Kindle and he's addicted to it. One of those Kindle Fire HDs.
Well, yeah, it's a pretty cool little device. I've wanted like a tablet for a long time, but I have a hard time buying things like that because I usually put it off. And in the back of my mind, I think about it's like a tattoo, you know. If you put it off long enough, you'll change your mind. And I think it's always good to change your mind. You know, so I put it off, and Travis and I were doing a seminar in Florida, and he told me that Kindle's the HD Fire or whatever, the fancy one, was on sale on Amazon. And so that I was like, well, screw it, I'm gonna get one. And yeah, I got like a really nice little, I think it's leather. It's either a pretty good fake leather or real leather. I don't know. Got a nice little brown little case for it, and it makes me feel like I'm like an executive or something because I'm carrying this little nice leather tablet thing with me.
Glenn is so easy to impress. That's like the Motel 6 of cases, and he's just...
No, it's not.
Yeah, pleather, brown.
Man, it looks cool. It's got a little what do you call that, texture on it. I feel like I'm an executive carrying like a brown leather briefcase or something. I mean, I'm thinking about starting to wear like button-down shirts and maybe a tie or something just so I look the part with this little Kindle.
He was shopping for ties down there in Florida, so I wouldn't be surprised if he came in. That'd be pretty funny. But in all seriousness, funny story. Glenn is horrible with using technological devices, which is kind of funny because he has an incredible vocabulary. So... smart in some ways, not so smart in others.
Thanks, Travis.
But there was this one time where he was using his phone, and he did the same thing with his Kindle yesterday. He was using his phone, and he was trying to download the start list for a weightlifting meet, and he pressed the download button like 100 times, literally. He's like, "This damn thing won't open up." And I said, "Let me see your phone for a second, coach." So then I pulled down the tab to show you where the downloads go. And there literally was 100 of them open, or just like waiting to be open on his phone. So, Glenn's quite the Kindle owner.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Travis was going to say I did the same damn thing with my Kindle. I was trying to download the start list. I just kept pushing the button. I said, it's not coming up. Travis, of course, fixed it for me. But the Kindle, it doesn't really come with directions. I mean, they don't like ship you a big bunch of notes in there on what to do. And so you kind of got to, I suppose there's probably some kind of a thing that you open that takes you through everything. But of course, I'm too lazy to do that. And so I just try to figure it out myself. So what ends up happening is like, I use technology like my phone or this Kindle to about 1% of its capability because I don't know how to do anything on it. Travis did show me how to download a game. I really didn't know how to do that, but I got the game. It's, what's that game called? Flow?
It's called Flow. Me and James are addicted to it. What do you think about that game, James?
You know, it's pretty fun. I like all those little puzzles. That's the only reason that's the only thing I do on my Kindle too, is I just play those games. Cause I don't have a smartphone or anything either. I just kick it old school with the straight, just a phone. So,
yeah.
All these little games, this Flow game, it's just like, connect the dots for grown-ups.
Yeah, I downloaded a race car game too. And I've been having a lot of fun with that race car game. But the Flow game, just like last night with my son, William, you know, we just went back and forth and he solved one and I solved one. We were kind of racing each other to see who could do it fastest. Yeah, it's a barrel of fun.
So when Glenn first downloaded that game, we were sitting there, he accidentally clicked on an ad at the bottom and it goes to this website like sexual predators in the area or something. He's like, why is my Kindle going to this website? Like,
well, I clicked the button in the bottom.
On a damn ad.
I thought that button was for something else. I mean, I was trying to like go back a screen or something. All of a sudden, it's showing me the sexual predators that live near me, and so it was quite a shock. It was quite a shock. No, the Kindle. It's really cool. I was getting mad also because it wouldn't recharge, and James clued me in on the fact that if I just plug it into my computer, it takes, you know, an hour on charging it. It only charges like 1%, but if I plug it into the wall, it actually charges. So now I understand how to download things, kind of. And I also understand that I have to charge it in the wall. Yeah, I'm actually getting some pretty good use out of it. It's actually pretty cool. The one thing that, though, is somehow that I still haven't figured out is somehow I think there's a Facebook app for Kindle, and you sign in through that app, and then it makes Facebook really easy. But for whatever reason, I tried to do that, and I couldn't make it work, and so I just signed in to Facebook like through the internet that's on it. And so the Facebook comes up really weird, and you have to make it bigger to punch a button and then make it smaller to see the whole post and all that stuff. And so I'm really not winning when it comes to using it for Facebook. I've got to sort that out somehow.
He's getting there.
I do get my email with it though.
But, it's a struggle to keep Glenn coaching us because he's on this damn Kindle the entire time. But,
Travis, now I didn't even bring it down to practice today. Come on now.
Shh, the listeners don't know that.
Yeah. No, it's things like that. They're fun, but they give me an incredible amount of frustration. So, the good thing is that I do have, like, Travis is pretty good with technology, and he generally knows how to do all the different crap that you can do on smartphones and the Kindle and everything like that. And so he helps me out.
But in all seriousness, Amazon isn't paying us to do this, but I think the Kindle's pretty cool. It's comparable enough to like an iPad, and it only costs we got them for $160, and because they were on sale. So
$169, Travis. Come on now.
Well, yeah, by the time you get a case and everything. But if you buy an iPad, it's gonna be like $700-800. So totally worth it to me to get the.
Yeah, well, that's really what I actually bought this, because I had been thinking about, I wanted some kind of a pad, or whatever you call it, the notebook type thing.
Tablet.
Yeah, there you go. That's the right word. See, I don't even know what to call this shit. But anyway, I'd been wanting one. I'd been putting it off. Part of the reason I've been putting it off was because I had a certain amount of people. Ben Tiley is one of them. He runs Muscle Driver Australia. He basically convinced me that if I was going to get a tablet, that I had to get an iPad, or else I'd be upset later. But, some people, you have to get the iPad, and then you look at notebook or at the tablets that are like Windows based or whatever, Android platforms, I guess some of them are. I don't know even what that means, to tell you the truth. But, and you got ones for $100 or $200, and then you have the iPad that's like, much, much more expensive. I don't know what any of them do or the differences between them or anything like that. And then Travis said the Kindle, and I said, well, what's better, Kindle or an iPad? And he's like, they're pretty close. So that pretty much convinced me.
Well, I mean, the iPad's obviously better, but is it $600 better? Probably not.
And then considering for me the fact that the only damn thing I'm going to do on it that I can figure out how to actually make work is like email and, and stuff like that. And so honestly, an iPad might be a lot better, but after using the Kindle and figuring out, a certain percentage of what it does, honestly, for me, I don't think I'd be any happier with an iPad, just because I wouldn't know how to do all the other stuff that it does.
All right, so we got nationals coming up. What weight class are you guys most excited to watch?
Obviously this revolves around you guys, but there are also classes that I think will be really exciting. One is 77. I think everybody's wondering what Chad Vaughn's going to be capable of. I think that's the real mystery in that class. I've known Chad since he was reasonably young, a junior lifter, and I haven't talked to him much in the last, I have talked to him in the last couple months, but it hasn't been about lifting. It's been about other things. So I don't really know. I don't know if he's like totally not in the same shape he was before, and he's going to come in and do, his qualifying total, is high, but his entry total is 295. So is he, considerably down from when he was lifting full time? Is he going to come in and do 130 and 165 or something like that? Or is he going to show up and do the kind of numbers that he's done in the past? I think it'll be interesting to watch. 85s, obviously, because of Travis. And it could be a competitive weight class. I think if Travis does what he's capable of, he'll kind of blow everybody out of the water, but he, obviously going to Pan Am's, coming back and getting to nationals just a few weeks later is tough, and hasn't let you go through a normal training cycle. And there are people that aren't that far, behind your qualifying total. So that could come down to having to make a having to make a clutch lift
Well,
to
yeah,
win.
Mike's done 50, 90 in training, so, if he comes and does that, I'm going to have my work cut out for me. Colin Burns, he snatched 60 in training. His clean and jerk is a little bit behind his snatch, but, if he
he's a scary lifter anyway, because
Yeah.
he's got that capability of putting weights over his head. Now, whether he,
he'll clean the weight, and if he snatches 60, he'll be able to clean whatever he needs to win, and
then it comes down to
I don't like that 50
a roll of the
chance
dice on his jerk, yeah. But the other one that I think this could be like,
Hey,
I don't know
I
how.
have an answer too, and you're gonna steal my answer.
Okay.
The weight class that I'm most excited to watch is the 69 kilo men.
Well, that's what I was just about to say, damn it.
And the reason being is because obviously we train with Mike, and Mike hit 31 and 58 in training about 2 months ago together. So we hit those lifts together. I don't know what that is. That's 289. I mean, that's a big total. Jake Johnson's coming back. Jake Johnson was one of the best junior lifters that we've ever had, and he was a 30-60 guy when he was about 18 in the 69 kilo weight class. And then obviously Caleb Williams is the record holder with a 294. So I think you get those guys in the mix, you might see some serious numbers.
Well, you also have what's his name, Spencer Arnold.
Yeah, Spencer Arnold's in there too. So.
And I don't know exactly what he's done. I've seen some videos, and he's done some impressive weights, especially off blocks. And I've had his coach kind of whisper in my ear a couple times with the weights he's looking for, and I think he could be in the mix too. You never know what's going to happen on meet day, but it could require a pretty damn good total just to get a medal.
Yeah, definitely. The only thing that can make it better is if Derek Johnson hadn't moved down to 62. He still hasn't yet, but I think that's the word on the street is he's moving down. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean he's publicized his body weight several times, and I think he's probably really trying to make the 62 class. But again, people cannot make weight. Well, if he just doesn't make weight, that he wouldn't be able to lift. But people at the last minute can say, "Hey, I'm weighing 65 and I just can't do it," and I'd rather eat for a couple days and weigh 68 and compete at 69. So yeah, you never know. It definitely is a wide open class. If I had to guess, I would say, Caleb Williams is kind of the guy to beat, because within the last 2 or 3 years, he's American record holder, and he's put up the biggest numbers the most recently. But he's been not kind of semi-retired for a little while, and now he's coming back. Mike is, definitely got the capability to do like a upper 280s total. Spencer Arnold's kind of a question mark. There are some rumors that he's been doing some crazy things, but I haven't seen it. So yeah, and then of course Jake Johnson. I mean, who knows? Who really knows what he's going to do? He's another guy that it would not surprise me if he walks in and does near American record weights. On the other hand, it wouldn't surprise me if he comes in and does something 10, 15 kilos lower. So you just don't know, and that's what makes it exciting, I think.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing some talking. He wants to do 295, but there's no telling. He hasn't been on the national scene in a while, but, the kid back in the day was an animal. So,
yeah, absolutely.
James, do you have a weight class you're looking to watch?
I am looking forward to watching everything after I compete. It'll be nice because I didn't get to watch really anybody lift at Pan Am, so they flew me out the morning you were lifting at Pan Am, Travis, and I was kind of looking forward to that and seeing the 94. So I'm really looking forward to competing and then relaxing and just enjoying to watch the rest of the meet, because it really is a lot of fun. I hear there's going to be quite a few people at 94 too. You got Jared and John and who else we got at 94?
Well, I mean, Kendrick is not competing, so he won't be in the mix. But I tell you what is really the biggest mystery to me, I guess, and that's Jared Fleming. I'm actually really kind of exciting to see what he does, because he's in a situation where he's done some huge lifts in training.
I seen him on Facebook posted that he wanted to do 170, 200.
Yeah, he's done some huge lifts in training, based on watching him at the collegiate qualifier. I think he's definitely capable of something like that. But then he went to Pan Am's and bombed out, and that I think was because of a callus tear and maybe some problems getting it taped up right. But which that's hard to deal with on the snatch, I got to admit. But so he does a lot of big lifts in training. He bombs out at Pan Am's. And in between that ball mount and this meet, Kendrick goes to collegiate university games or university worlds. It was the games this year, wasn't it?
World University Games.
Yeah. And he puts up a monstrous 372 total. So, Jared, it could really fire him up, and he could walk in and have the day of his life and go equal or near equal or even above Kendrick. That's not outside the range of possibility. Or, the ball mount and everything. I mean, maybe he walks in and he's not on his best game. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, but there at least is the possibility that American record type lifts will go up in the 94s. And
do you have any idea how John's snatches are going or anything, Coach?
To tell you the truth, I did have prior to Pan Am's. John obviously didn't have a great day at Pan Am's. I don't really know between then and now. I really don't know. I mean,
obviously he's a great snatcher. He's 160 plus at several different meets. So, if Jared doesn't have a great snatch day, John could easily have a lead.
Yeah, in my mind, the competition between John and Jared will go. If Jared gets ahead in the snatch, I think it's probably all over. But if he goes in, opens low, he normally tends to open low and make big jumps. If he goes in and only makes one snatch, or two, but definitely if he only makes one, and John gets a lead in the snatch, that will be an exciting battle to watch in a clean and jerk, because to tell you the truth, I don't think John's clean and jerk yet is back to where it was, around, the beginning of the year. And he could pull something out. There's no doubt. John does have that ability sometimes to pull out something, abnormal, but I think it'll be a real race if John gets 5, 7, whatever, ahead of Jared in the snatch. That'll be an exciting clean and jerk session.
Yeah, it definitely will. To be honest, we don't even actually have the start list in front of us. This is all from memory, so I don't even know who else is signed up. I think D'Angelo Osorio is not going to Nationals because he's going to Junior Pan Ams.
Yeah.
And I know Jared Enderton is in there, so obviously he's done some big lifts in training before. I know he's a little beat up. He might be cutting down to 85. Who knows? He's a mystery man.
Yeah.
So
we didn't talk about the two lightest weight classes. The Barnes brothers are probably
they're going to Junior Pan Ams.
Oh, okay. So who knows who's gonna win that one?
Derek Johnson in 62s, Derek Johnson, Sean Hutchinson. There's still some good 62s in there, but to be honest with you, without the start list, I can't think of anyone else off the top of my head.
And what do you think of the 105s?
The 105s, Schenkel. He's been in Australia. Obviously, everyone pretty much knows that. Came back. He's done 65 and 210, maybe.
I think 205 maybe, but
not consistently. So those aren't like numbers that I think are 100% readily available at a competition. But I think for sure 360's in his wheelhouse right now, and I think that should win.
There's Garcia.
Yeah.
He's done 361. I don't know. I don't even think he's going. But I think Donnie's main goal will be if he beats a 361, he'll be on the world team. I don't see him beating.
Well, if he beats a 355, he'll be ranked on the world team. Garcia did a 361, but it was at a local meet.
Okay. So 355. I hate to say this because I've been associated with Donnie most of the time, coaching him for 10 years. But I have my doubts about 370. Was it 371?
371.
Yeah. That would, I think, based on what I know, which isn't much more than anybody else knows about what he's been doing in Australia and how his lifts have gone, that seems like a stretch. But yeah, if he goes 56, as Travis is saying here, that will should put him on the world team.
356 is within range for a couple of the other lifters. I don't think that's completely out of Kevin Cornell's range.
Or Spencer Mormon.
Or Spencer. Yeah, Spencer's done like 57, 204 in competition. It was as a super, but, he's gotten his strength back.
Yeah, definitely. So, that could be because Donovan Ford is not going to be there. That makes that class a pretty big mystery. Kevin did a 350 at the Arnold.
Yeah.
And Donnie is kind of a mystery on how he's feeling right now. He obviously is capable of probably a little bit more than Kevin, but then you got to count, who's going to make their lifts.
Kevin seems to be a gamer. Like, he seems to make a lot of lifts at competition, especially since he's moved up. Like at the Arnold, he went 6 for 6, I think, right? Or at least so. 5 for 6. I mean, if you make lifts, you put yourself in a good position. I think Donnie, if he makes 4 for 6, he should run away with the show, in theory. But that's why we compete.
Yeah, let's be honest. I mean, Donnie, I love him to death, but he does not have the best record of making a high percent of his lifts in competition. So that sometimes would allow somebody else to jump in.
If something crazy happened and he opened a 155 and missed twice and then made it, he leaves the door wide open, and then it becomes a game. If he comes in there and goes 2 for 3 even, 3 for 3 in the snatch and makes 60 plus, I think it's a done deal because he's a clean and jerker. So.
It's probably in a little bit of the same situation as Jared and John.
Yeah.
If Jared makes 3 snatches, I don't think it's a competition. I think he runs away with it. But if he only makes 1 snatch or 2, then that leaves the door open. What do you think, James? Just say I agree.
It'll be fun to watch.
It will be fun to watch. And here there's another, and this will be the last one, but another mystery is the supers.
The supers could be interesting. I guess Kane Wilkes has done 70 and 210 in training.
Obviously Shane Mayer.
Well, I heard Shane isn't going now, or is that a rumor?
I have not heard that. I'm sure we'd know on the start list, but the super from Texas, God, I should know his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, Cameron Swartz. He is a total mystery. He snatched 170 at the Arnold. Was
he going to nationals? He signed up for nationals. So
yeah.
You got him, Kane Wilkes, and okay. So yeah, that's three really solid guys.
And to tell you the truth, I mean, somebody makes 3 snatches, they probably got the thing in the bag, unless somebody else makes 3 snatches. So it's 3 guys, a couple of guys that have snatched 170. I mean, and they're close on the clean and jerk. It's probably going to be who makes their lifts.
Yeah, Kane Wilkes usually does pretty good in competition. He's got that really wide jerk grip, but he's never come into a competition hitting these kind of numbers. So it's kind of a different scenario. He's never been expected to win or expected to have the possibility of winning. He's never been the top guy, so it's a little different situation when you're in there and you're supposed to win or supposed to push for the win.
And Cameron has not also, I would say, in the last couple of years, not been the most consistent lifter in competition. He is strong as hell, and probably would be maybe a pick for a guy who has the highest. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Has the highest. If he goes 6 for 6, he probably has the highest potential total.
Yeah.
But we'll see what lifts are made.
And then Tom, too. Tom would have an opportunity to medal in the clean and jerk. He's done 201 in training and 200 a couple times. So, maybe not there in the total yet, but, hopefully next year.
Well, it wouldn't take much for him to be there. It would take him making 3 snatches and a couple other people, maybe only making 1.
Yeah, if he was able to go 3 for 3 in the snatch, he could be in the hunt because I think he is capable of a 205. So, on paper, given that these guys have snatched 170, it doesn't appear like he would have a chance to medal or win. But, if everybody else doesn't snatch that well and he makes all 3 of his snatches, gets 155 or something along those lines, he can clean and jerk for sure.
Yeah. Well, Tom is, he hasn't been doing the sport all that long compared to the other supers, but he definitely is that guy. He's in no man's land. If he goes in and has a 6 for 6 meet, he could mess some stuff up. He's got the potential to do that. But for him to be on the same level as the other guys we're talking about, he's going to have that great day. No doubt about it.
Yeah. So we're doing some rebranding. We got a new Pendlay logo and new end caps on the bars. Got about 5 minutes left in the show. So are we going to be doing the new logo on all the new plates and all the new end caps?
Yeah, I think we're gonna keep the old logos, obviously, to put on plates. People have already bought in the old plates; they want the new ones to match. We'll still have that available. But the thing I had, and the bars will just all be changed over. It's the new 2013 logo, I guess. Our bars have changed slightly in the last few months. We started making them 100% of our bars here in our machine shop at the MDUSA building. But what I was thinking, well, actually, James brought this up, I think, is that we should make the new end caps and make them into poker chips. I think that's about the best idea I've heard all day.
Yeah, I actually think that was Travis. Okay, he's
Damn it.
Yeah, messing stuff up.
I had a 50-50 chance.
Yeah, there's only 2 of us in here. No, the end caps are cool. I mean, they got the new logo on there. I think they look good.
You gotta really check out how much they actually cost per end piece, and then we could sell them as a set of poker chips.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool.
They already have denominations on there. You got the red. We could make them just like weightlifting plates. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, I think that might in the future be one of our major revenue streams.
Weightlifting poker.
Absolutely. That is a winning idea. Now, I didn't really see it before. I never thought about it, but once Travis brought it up, now it's all I can think about. We could make some kind of a little tray that they sit in and sell a little set, just like you buy it, where do you buy poker chips? I don't even know. Walmart?
I don't know. I mean, these are going to be high quality poker chips, these end caps.
These would be some damn awesome poker chips.
I mean, you're not going to find these at Walmart.
I mean, if Walmart wanted to sell them, I think that'd be okay.
I suppose that'd be okay.
I mean,
I guess I don't have much to
say.
I
have to call Walmart and see if they're interested in carrying.
You know a guy over there at Walmart?
Well, I actually don't, but actually, like my ex-wife's best friend from high school's husband is like high up and works at their like the big national center in like Arkansas or somewhere. So maybe I should track him down.
It's worth a try.
Yeah, that's what I'll get on this afternoon after we sign off here.
Yeah, so maybe we'll have these poker chips.
Yeah, keep an eye out at your local Walmart for weightlifting poker chips.
Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the talk about nationals. It's going to be an exciting meet. Hopefully we can do well. It's been tough coming back from Pan Ams, but you know what? A lot of the other lifters had international meets as well, especially in my weight class. Colin Burns also went to Pan Ams, and Mike went to University World. So we're all coming back from trips, and hopefully we can put on a show for you guys and all the other weight classes as well. Check us out on Twitter at WLiftingScoop. Email us your questions at theweightliftingscoop@gmail.com. And check out our website, theweightliftingscoop.com.
And be sure and go buy a new bar with the new redesigned end caps.
Oh, and also, you got these 25-pound bars in there now.
Yeah.
I think those are kind of neat. They're made with the woman's shaft.
Yes.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
I think that'd be a valuable thing to have in your gym.
Every CrossFit gym needs 3 of them.
I know. I think I need to buy 3.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Maybe 5 for you.
Maybe 5.
Yeah. And then some poker chips to match the new end caps.
Yeah, let's do it.
Look, every gym should have a little poker set and a poker table.
Yeah, if you got to do a gym, you just have a poker tournament right after.
Yeah, that's the ultimate. That's the ultimate.
Whoever
idea.
snatches the most gets the most chips to start with.
That, you know what? That is a great idea. We grade how many chips you start with by whoever won in the snatch. Got second, got third.
That's a good idea.
This could develop into a whole new offshoot of poker.
Yeah.
Everybody just competes on the snatch and the clean and jerk before the game starts, so it weights it towards the people who lifted better. God damn, I'm on a roll.
Yeah, this is good stuff.
I am on a freaking roll. We got to get on writing a rule book for that. A lot of thought's going to be put into this.
All right, well, we will see you guys next week after Nationals. We might even do a podcast at Nationals, depending on how everything works out.